Andrew Alirez, recent NCAA champion, traveled to Poland to wrestle in their Open this weekend. And wouldn't you know it, he got paired up with three-time world champion and two-time Olympic medalist Haji Aliyev, and Alirez did not disappoint. Only a few seconds into the match, Alirez circles, puts his hands to the mat, and then fires off a blast double. This kind of double you have to be careful of. It is safer shooting like this when you get your level low and then shoot straight forward. A lot of wrestlers will try blast doubles from standing and then go down at an angle, and if it stops, they give up a front headlock. This kind of double, however, allows you to keep your head up, and if you get down blocked, you'll usually just find yourself in over-under tie-ups. It's just a safe way of shooting a double, not too much risk. Alirez does catch Aliyev off guard and is able to drive him to his butt. Aliyev locks up a body lock, probably in an attempt to tilt Andrew to one side or another for some back exposure, but isn't able to get anywhere with it. Andrew starts coming up with it, and so Aliyev tries to hip check Andrew, push him backwards with a hip thrust. This can work if your opponent is off balance, maybe standing up too straight. You can push them right to their back. This doesn't do much to Andrew though, and so he's able to lift and slam Aliyev on his back. This is feet to back, 4 points. A great start against a super quality opponent. Scores 4-0 Alirez. Alirez then follows this up with a leg lace. We've seen this time and time again when someone is blast doubled or really just put to their butt like this. It's easy to wrap up the ankles. For them to get back to their base, it requires them to cross their legs, so when wrapped up well, it lets you get another easy set of points. Andrew does lose the leg lace, and so Aliyev is able to work back to his feet to get an escape, but Andrew still gets the 2 points for the back exposure. Score is 6-0 Alirez. Minute 17 left in the first, Andrew gets a right underhook with a collar tie on the left. It looks like Aliyev's head drops a bit, giving Andrew a front headlock, but then Aliyev fires off a fireman's carry attempt. This is a great time to do it off of an underhook, especially if your opponent is lifting the underhook, but it would be better if you attack before the front headlock happens, before your head falls under. Once you're stuck under a bit, it's much easier for your opponent to react to the shot, throw their hips down, sprawl, which is exactly what happens. It looks like Aliyev was more just trying to get to a righty high crotch and limp his arm out, and then maybe come up with a shot, but Andrew kept his hips in and held onto the underhook. He did then re-wrap the underhook with his other arm on the other side, but slipped off of it. However, he was able to circle and stay with Aliyev, chop the arm, get his leg free, and secure the takedown. Score is now 8-0 Alirez. And that's the score for the rest of the match. Alirez does do more shot attempts to try to seal out the tech, but Aliyev is able to react well enough to not let that happen. Alirez almost throws Aliyev to his back here, which would have been 4, and almost gets a takedown after. Aliyev grabs the singlet here, but isn't called for it. The clock winds down, and Alirez is able to hold on to the victory. Either way, Alirez wins 8-0 against a 3-time world champion, which is just crazy, and puts the entire 65 kilogram scene on notice. Awesome performance from Andrew Alirez. Our American wrestlers do not play around. They are all scary, whether they're on our world team or not.